Okay, this is a production and process improvement video, customer Turnbow. There is a couple of things here that we want to point out as far as process, as well as replacement parts for this customer. First thing is, this is the customer Turnbow 1. This was the order date, 18th. We have cutout dimensions here for this oven at 28.5 by 48 and 13/16. 28.5 by 48 and 13/16. See attached. Also here, 28.5 by 48 and 13/16 as the actual cutout dimensions for the oven. What we have here on the oven is 29.5. And the height is a little tall. It's at 48 3/4. Let me get that visual there for you. 48 and almost 7/8. But that's within the tolerance as far as the height. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in 1/2" material here, 1/2" material here. Thankfully, the actual oven is 29 7/8 inches wide. So I think we should be able to plug these on both sides and be able to plug the little space we have at the top if we need to. But I'm just making sure that you know there's some process here that did not happen right as far as the opening size for the oven. Again, this one is clearly marked 3 different places as well as here. So we're going to have to fix this, and the customer paid to have that modification done. Second thing is there was no floor that came with this cabinet. We ended up having to go get plywood and make a floor for it. If that does not come with an oven cabinet, I need to know that. So please just let me know. The last thing is your drawer front. If you look, your drawer front is set really, really low here, okay? If you look, the top of this drawer is even with the top of that. Now, this is flush at the bottom, which is what it should look like. But that's not acceptable to the customer. They don't want to be able to see in that crack on that. Everything else has a really tall drawer front and does not look like that one. So we are going to ask if we can have a drawer front made that would be 9 1/4 inches tall instead of 8 1/8. 9 1/4 will definitely be the 1-inch overlay that we're trying to get here. So 9 1/4 by 32 9/16 slab drawer front. And again, I don't know if it was the wrong drawer front that was pulled or whatever, but it does not overlay correctly on the top of that. So we need a wider drawer front for that to overlay correctly. Now, over here on these cabinets, we have a wall 42, 1842. There's no obvious damage on the outside of the door, but if you look inside, it's took an impact somewhere during the shipping. So I need a wall 1842 left-hand door. Here I got a wall 1842. And again, this has got a little bit of a chip here, caught the customer's eye before we could touch it up. So we definitely need to get that door replaced. There's no damages on the inside, but there is pretty decent chip here. And so we need to get that door replaced as well, wall 1842. Now, everything else, we don't have any issues as far as the build or anything. I will tell you they're still stapling the black blocks on the bottom of the cabinets to the bottoms. And then when we're having to take them off, we're having to get pliers out and everything else to remove those black blocks. So we would ask if they could to stop stapling those on there. That would really be helpful for when we go to install. We don't have these staples that get us in the fingers. I mean, unbox. We don't get the stalls and we have fingers that way. This is the other bottom drawer that they have. And see that offset right there is about 1 inch. And see, it closes perfect and looks great. So, but otherwise, that's all there is for this job. Everything else was 100%. So 2 doors, a drawer front, and then a note on production that this opening is incorrect. And maybe some consideration about the fixing of that as far as the charge that was charged, since it's the wrong size. Have any questions about this? Again, this is not for distribution. It's a private video. Give me a call at 423-650-1051. Thank you.